One final example before we close on orbital overlapping and hybridization. I think I would choose, yeah, we haven't see the one with the charge. So I take ICL4 negative, ICL4 negative. So I look at the Lewis structure first because I forgot the Lewis structure. ICL4 negative. Where is ICL4 negative? Oh, we didn't draw it. Sub 6. Oh, I didn't draw it. ICL4 negative. Let me see the molecular shape. Yeah, ICL4 negative is here. So there is two lone pair on the central atom. So we have I, Cl, 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 and Cl with two lone pair on the central atom. So that means kita ada 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sigma and 2 lone pair, total 6. 6 is sp3d2, okay, which is octahedral, right? Iodine we know is group 17, so NS2 NP5, right? Now, what is the difference between the charged and non-charged molecules? For the charged molecules, we have to calculate the formal charge. Okay, so very quickly, I calculate the formal charge. This is 2, 4, 6. So 7 minus 6 is 1. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So this is 0. That means all the chlorine atom formal charge is 0. Nanti you kira lah. For iodine is 7 minus 4 minus 4. 7 minus 4 minus 4. That is negative 1. So now my iodine, the charge is negative 1. That means I cannot use iodine. I must move to iodine negative. If iodine negative, then NS2 and P6. So we have to calculate the formal charge. Now my working is based on I negative, not I. So I negative ground state will be NS, obviously NP, and there is ND, that is empty. NS, NP, ND. You can use N when the period is very big, like iodine. I think iodine is in period 5 or period 6, something like that, period 5 if I'm mistaken. So this is 2, 1, 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, please take note, we need to have electron at d orbital as well. So definitely we need to excite. But we also can see here, we also can check here, the central atom has two lone pairs. So what we do is, when we excite the electrons, these two we leave out. We cannot excite them because we have two lone pairs over here. So when you do excited state, those two you don't disturb. These two and these two you don't disturb. Okay, because they represent the lone pair on the central atom. However, we need to get four unpaired electrons. And if you check out here, we have all paired electrons. So from here, we have to excite. What happened after we excite the electrons? If I excite from here, remaining 1. If I excite from here, remaining 1. Where we excite them? We excite them to d orbital. We excite here and here. Okay, and now it makes sense. I negative at hybrid state. We have to mix S with 3p and 2d. So total there will be 3, 4, 5, 6 orbitals. Okay, sp3d2, 6 orbitals. The first one here we have 2 electrons. Second one, 2 electrons. The subsequent, each one 1 electron. Okay, so this is the I negative hybrid state. Now we are going to draw octahedral. So I hope students remember octahedral. We need to have a rectangular plane, square plane, so not rectangular, square plane. And then we need to have axiom position. So our central atom is iodine. And then we have one, two, three, sorry, three, four, then five, six. Okay. So we start to draw the first one here, the second one here, the third one here, the fourth one here, the fifth one here, and this is the sixth one. Okay, then we can erase all the plane erase. Okay, I erased the plane already as much as I could. Next is labeling. sp3d2, 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 sp3d2. Okay, we have drawn this one. Again, I just draw these, and then yeah, we have chlorine. Chlorine, I think uh, we have repeated many times, chlorine. So there's no issue of chlorine overlapping with the dumbbell shape. So we have the first one. Before that, we place the electrons. We place the electrons. So we have one, two, one, two. So we place these two already. Now all the unpaired electrons, all the unpaired electrons, and sorry, all the unpaired electrons, all the unpaired electrons. Okay, they overlap with the chlorine. So we draw the chlorine. The first chlorine, you get the first sigma. Second chlorine, you get the second sigma. Uh, Third chlorine, you get the third sigma. And the final one, fourth chlorine, you get the fourth sigma. Oh, sorry, I erase this one. I draw a much better one. Okay, I get the fourth sigma. So students can see here, I've drawn this one. There's one thing left over. You have to put this one in a bracket, negative charge outside. Okay, do not forget because this is a charged ion. And by geometry of hybrid, this is octahedral geometry of hybrid, but molecular shape is square planar. Okay, you can check here. Previously we have done is square planar. So orbital overlapping or hybrid geometry is octahedral. Thank you.